Have you ever wondered what happens when someone finds an animal that needs help? When someone calls about a cat left all alone? Every minute counts. Follow the story of one pregnant cat as she goes from scared and alone to safe and loved, all in just one day. This is more than just a rescue story. It's about how quickly an animal's life can change when someone cares enough to help. It was a normal day when our rescuer got a phone call about an abandoned cat in an empty area far from town. She quickly packed her rescue kit and drove to the spot. As she traveled, she worried about what shape the cat might be in. Many animals left alone suffer from hunger or sickness, and every minute counts when helping them. After driving through some rough roads, she finally found the place. There, hiding near an old fence, was a scared cat with dirty fur. The rescuer could tell right away this wasn't a regular stray cat. The way she looked and acted showed she was probably someone's pet before. Maybe she got lost and couldn't find her way home, or maybe someone had just left her there all alone, far from food and shelter. She was surprised when the cat didn't run away like most strays would. Instead, the cat just watched her with eyes that seemed both scared and hopeful. This made the rescuer even more sure that this cat once had a home with people who were kind to her. Kneeling down nearby, the rescuer spoke softly to the cat. After a few minutes, the cat let her come closer. The rescuer carefully held out her hand so the cat could smell it, an important step in building trust. The cat seemed nervous but didn't try to scratch or bite. This was a good sign. Soon, the rescuer was able to check the cat without having to hold her down. While checking the cat, the rescuer noticed something important. The cat's belly was rounded in a way that meant she was pregnant. Looking closer, she saw other signs too: swollen nipples and that special fullness that experienced rescuers recognize. This wasn't just a simple rescue anymore. It was now even more urgent. A pregnant cat needs good food, warmth, and medical care to keep both her and her unborn kitten safe. Being extra gentle, the rescuer picked up the cat, holding her securely but carefully. The cat tensed up at first, but then relaxed in her arms as if she knew help had finally come. When they got to the clinic, a vet was waiting for them. The cat was gently placed on an exam table where the vet did a complete checkup. First, he checked for signs of dehydration, parasites, injuries, and illness. He monitored her temperature, heart rate, and breathing. Even though she was thin, the cat seemed to be in pretty good health considering what she had been through, showing how strong she was. Next came the most important part, confirming the pregnancy. The vet carefully felt the cat's stomach, nodding as he found the clear signs of developing kittens. To be completely sure and to check on both the mother and baby's health, he suggested doing an ultrasound. The rescuer agreed right away, watching anxiously as the test began. The cat stayed surprisingly calm, as if she understood these strangers were trying to help her. The ultrasound screen soon showed the wonderful truth. Several tiny shapes were moving inside her womb. The vet smiled as he pointed them out, explaining that based on how developed they were, the cat would probably give birth within the next 2 weeks. The rescuer felt very emotional, knowing they had found this cat just in time. If she had given birth in that abandoned area, both mother and kittens would have had very little chance of survival. The vet gave detailed instructions for taking care of a pregnant cat, stressing the importance of special food made for pregnant cats. He explained that the mother-to-be would need extra calories, protein, calcium, and other important nutrients to support her growing kittens and prepare for nursing them. He also suggested creating a quiet, safe place where she could eventually give birth without stress or disturbance. With medical concerns taken care of, the rescuer took the cat home to begin her recovery and preparation for motherhood. At home, the rescuer had already prepared a comfortable room where the new cat could slowly adjust without feeling overwhelmed. The first thing to do was give her a gentle cleaning. Using warm water and a special pet shampoo the vet recommended, the rescuer carefully washed away the dirt from the cat's fur. She was extra gentle around the belly area, taking care not to cause any stress to the expecting mother. The cat surprised her by accepting the bath with very little protest, sometimes closing her eyes as if enjoying the warm water and gentle touch after so long without care. Once the cat was clean and dry, the rescuer made a special meal rich in the nutrients the vet had recommended. The food bowl was placed in a quiet corner where the cat could eat in peace. But something unexpected happened. One of the rescuer's other foster kittens, usually shy around new cats, carefully approached the pregnant cat. The rescuer watched closely, ready to step in if needed, but to her surprise, the pregnant cat showed no anger toward the little kitten. Even more amazing, when the kitten moved closer to the food bowl, the pregnant cat shifted slightly, making room for the little one to share the meal. This touching moment of kindness brought tears to the rescuer's eyes. Despite everything this cat had been through, abandonment, hunger, fear, pregnancy, she still had room in her heart for kindness toward another. It showed what a gentle nature she had and made the rescuer even more committed to giving her the best possible care. After eating, the cat began to explore her new home, walking carefully from room to room, sniffing various objects and checking out potential hiding spots. Normal behavior for cats in new places. The rescuer had prepared a special nesting box in a quiet corner, lined with soft blankets where the cat could rest and eventually give birth if she chose that spot. To her delight, after finishing her inspection of the house, the pregnant cat settled into this prepared space, kneading the blankets before curling up for what was probably her first truly restful sleep in a long time. That evening, as the rescuer checked on her new cat, she found her purring softly in her bed, eyes half closed in contentment. In just one day, this cat's life had completely changed. From abandonment and uncertainty to safety and care. The road ahead would still have challenges. There would be middle-of-the-night feedings, vet checkups, the birth process, and eventually finding homes for the kittens. But for now, watching the gentle rise and fall of the sleeping cat's side, the rescuer felt that deep satisfaction that comes from making a real difference in another living being's life. The next few days would focus on building trust and routine, helping the mother-to-be gain weight and strength before delivery. The rescuer would need to watch her closely for any signs of problems while getting ready for the arrival of the kittens. There would be sleepless nights and moments of worry, but also incredible joy when those tiny new lives came into the world. As she gently stroked the sleeping cat's head, the rescuer thought about how rescue work often feels like a race against time. If the caller hadn't noticed this cat, if the rescuer had arrived a day or two later, or if the cat had given birth in that exposed area without help, the story could have ended very differently. Instead, multiple lives were saved through a chain of compassion that began with someone caring enough to make a phone call. This pregnant cat's journey from abandonment to safety represents just one day's work in the life of an animal rescuer. For every animal brought in from the cold, dozens more wait for their chance. Yet each successful rescue confirms the importance of the work and the difference that one person can make. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, but for tonight, both the rescuer and the rescued could rest peacefully, knowing they were exactly where they needed to be. For the pregnant cat, her one-day journey from despair to hope was complete. What had started as another day of struggling to survive in harsh conditions had ended with the promise of a future, one where she would never again have to face the world alone, where her kittens would be born into loving hands rather than a cold, uncaring environment. And for the rescuer, it was a powerful reminder of why every call matters, why every trip to an abandoned area is worth making, and why the work of rescue, despite how emotionally and physically demanding it is, remains one of the most rewarding things a person can do. The pregnant cat's rescue story teaches us something important. Sometimes the animals who need our help the most are the ones who can't ask for it. They depend on kind-hearted people to notice them, to make that call, and for rescuers to respond. It also reminds us that even in their darkest moments, animals maintain an incredible capacity for trust and love. Despite whatever made her end up alone in that empty area, this cat was still willing to trust a human again, a beautiful testament to the resilience of animals. In the weeks to come, the rescuer would help the cat through her delivery, watching with joy as new life came into the world in a safe, warm environment instead of a harsh outdoor setting. She would help raise the kittens until they were old enough for adoption, ensuring they would know human kindness from their very first days. And for the mother cat herself, the future held promise too, either in a forever home of her own or as a permanent member of the rescuer's family if she bonded strongly enough. The simple act of responding to one call about one cat had set in motion a series of events that would ultimately save not just one life, but many. This is the ripple effect of rescue work. One act of kindness expands outward, touching more lives than we can sometimes count. While the rescuer couldn't save every animal in need, she could save this one, and for today, that was enough. As night fell on that eventful day, the house grew quiet except for the soft purring of a cat who had gone from abandoned to cherished in the span of hours. Tomorrow would bring new challenges in the ongoing journey of animal rescue, but for tonight, one more soul was safe, warm, and loved. And sometimes that's the greatest victory of all. What you've just read happens every day in towns and cities everywhere. Right now, many animals like our pregnant cat are waiting for someone to notice them and care. You don't need to be a professional rescuer to make a difference. Here's how you can help. If you see an animal that needs help, don't wait. Call your local animal shelter or rescue group. That one phone call could save many lives, just like it did for our mother cat and her unborn kittens. Think about being a foster home. Animals need temporary homes, especially pregnant ones and mothers with babies. Even a few weeks of your time can help an animal move from being abandoned to finding a forever home. Give supplies to your local shelter. Things like food, blankets, towels, and carriers are always needed and make life better for rescued animals. Tell others about fixing pets, spaying, and neutering to stop more unwanted animals from being left alone. Remember, big changes start with small steps. Our mother cat's path to safety began with one person seeing her and calling for help. Your kindness could be the start of another animal's second chance, because every animal should have a home and every rescue starts with someone who cares enough to do something.